There is nothing more contagious than laughter. Let it fill your life. Have you ever lost something that was important to you? Comedian Ray Cooper came to Nashville to be a singer, and through the learning process, he discovered from a dear friend who was already in the entertainment business that a strong suit wasn't singing. While dealing with anxiety and depression, he gave up on his dream. And this led him to discover something extremely important that changed his life. And it could change your life too. This is his story. This is today's Nashville. This is Faith. Ray, I am so excited that I finally have you on the show. Welcome to today's Nashville.
I am so excited to be here, Terry.
You have been busy. You've been all over the place with your comedy routines. And before we get started, tell me one of your funniest jokes.
Well, I don't know if it's the funniest, honey, but I'm going to tell you what, I've been on a weight loss journey here lately, and sometimes in life you just have to realize the importance of things. I've had to realize whether I like to breathe or not, so I don't cut my own toenails anymore. I've had to start going to the podiatrist. That's what you get when you turn 40.
40? Well, look at you.
It's 42, but we never tell the truth about that. God doesn't judge over that one.
So you've been in comedy for a long time. Mm-hmm. But before we get started, let's go back. And you're not from Tennessee?
Originally from East Tennessee, moved to Alabama, and then moved back to Nashville.
What was life growing up?
Life was good. Life was good. I took care of my mom. You know, I didn't have the normal childhood. I grew up taking care of my mom from an early age. It was me and my dad.
Okay.
My dad's a Vietnam veteran who has suffered from PTSD. Mm-hmm. And so the normal childhood of friends and normal childhood of doing things, going places, you know, my mom got hurt. She was a nurse at the VA and she got hurt. So I took on the role of a caretaker really early in life.
How old were you?
I want to say I was about 8 or 9.
8 or 9?
Mm-hmm. And she hurt her back, wasn't able to go do things, which started anxieties early in life, and I'll tell you more about that. You know, just a lot of things going on behind the scenes. Then you start having these things going on in life when you're at school, and you're like, oh my God, why's my heart racing? Why am I feeling so anxious when I'm supposed to be a kid? No high school prom, no high school, you know, the things that normal children do, but I'm thankful I got to do it for her.
So it started around 8 or 9. Mm-hmm. Did you have any friends in school, or?
Well.
Was it a difficult time?
It was a difficult time. It was a difficult time. I really couldn't relate with the younger generation, the kids, because I was always around adults. Mm-hmm. Not that that's not a great thing. It has certainly equipped me to be able to Lord forgive me, I try not to make fun of this newer generation, but you know, I'm actually able to talk to people. Mm-hmm. It was hard growing up. But
is it just you? You only no siblings?
Mm-hmm. God broke the mold, honey.
Well, what was high school like?
High school was very interesting. The level of anxiety I was under at that time, and I was going through prescription use of Xanax at that time for anxiety levels, and having to deal with my mom too. I don't tell many people this, but might as well tell you since it's on camera. I only finished like 2 years of high school, and then I went and got my GED.
Okay. A lot of people do that. Mm-hmm. No, you said no prom?
Oh, no. No. So she saved money.
Were you always funny?
You know, I didn't think I was. I've always been a quick wit. I get that from my mom. My mom could totally just tear you up. My dad, very straight-laced, very to the point, but Mom was always the type that could literally just, whatever the occasion, light you up with a joke.
Do you have any funny stories about her?
I have lots of funny stories about her, but her compassion is one of the best memories I have about her. I'll never forget, a lot of people wouldn't think it was funny, but I totally did. She started getting dementia. I never drove. So, because of anxiety, I can get in front of 1,000 people and tell a joke, but I can't drive a car. Is that not funny?
Do you not drive today?
No,
Okay.
honey, I got my driver sitting out in the driveway with the co-pilot. But, well, I'll never forget, we were going to pay our gas bill. And we had a little Saturn. She was so happy to get that new car. And she drove by and she knocked the guttering off the side of the gas company and just kept going on. And she said, "Oh, Lord, I should go tell him." Then she forgot. And I wasn't about to go tell because I thought, Lord mercy, we're going to go to jail. And my mama don't even really know what's going on.
But she was compassionate. She was a nurse.
Oh, yeah. Always compassionate. Never really cared for what was going on with herself, more so with other people.
Well, were you involved in any activities in high school or like singing or anything?
No, I was always an avid movie lover, always an avid music listener. But as far as getting to do the things that normal kids did, I never really did it.
But you had a passion for singing, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Till someone told me the truth. But
We're going to talk about that, too.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about that.
So when did that passion begin? Was it early on in life?
Oh, yeah. I love to get in front of the TV. And, when you're going through stuff, and as a kid, you don't really know you're going through it. You're just like, well, I guess everybody's like this. You get in front of the TV and you sing, and you're just like, oh, wow, I want to be a star. Well, so does 90% of America, too. So there you go. But it would take me to another place. And the singing, and then you see people. I grew up sporadically in church, and I'll explain that too. It just takes you to another place.
Did you ever get lonely?
I will say it did get lonely.
And how did you fill that void?
I didn't know how to feel it for a long time. You don't have any brothers or sisters. You don't really have any friends per se, unless you got the newest video game unit. And you don't realize that until later on in life, that they were just hanging around because of that. Once I met the Lord, I found out how to fill that void of loneliness, because He's really the only one that can fill it.
Yeah, that's true. How old were you when you met Jesus?
I was around 13, 14. I can remember it. I was watching. It was funny because neither one of us were Christians, really. My dad was a Sunday school teacher, but I never really went to church on a consistent basis. But I remember me and my adopted grandmother watching the Happy Goodmans one night, 50th anniversary special at the Ryman. And it almost made me mad when I would see Vesta go out there and twirl that hanky. And I thought, wonder what makes her so happy.
Wasn't she wonderful?
Absolutely. And then to find out the joy of the Lord is what made her happy. And it just totally transforms your life.
We're going to talk about that when we come back. And also, a friend told you something very personal to your heart, and it changed your life. And you also got addicted to some anxiety medicine, anti-anxiety, and we're going to talk about that when we come back.
Absolutely.